I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. But a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword stepped forth to oppose. Before the final blow was struck, I tore open a portal in time and plunged him into the future, where my evil enthralled. Now the fool seeks to return to the past and undo the future that is Aku.
Wanted to avoid copyright because I was already 40 seconds of Jack. But I wanted to spend some time and talk about each and every single episode of season 1 in Samurai Jack. Because I recently actually today, I just finished season 1 today during Chris's live stream when he was streaming Dragon Ball Fighters. Yo, Ash, welcome to the stream. And I wanted to show off a little bit of the opening before we actually got in and talked about every single episode for a little bit. But I wanted to start off with, can I just say that the opening for Samurai Jack season 1, I don't know if it's the opening in season 2, season 3, season 4, or 5, but I just wanted to say, like, dude, see, the opening for Samurai Jack is so good. It's so simple yet so good. I love the opening because it explains exactly what you're watching, what you're getting yourself into, and I just love it. I love Samurai Jack for that opening. That Samurai Jack opening is fucking peak. I listened to it every single episode, bro. There was not a single episode where I just didn't sit and watch and listen to it. It was so damn enjoyable. But let's talk about episode 1 for a little bit. But if you haven't seen season 1, alright, of Samurai Jack, it is, by the time of this live stream, it is all the seasons are on HBO Max, so you can watch it there. I don't know other streaming services you can watch Samurai Jack on, but I do know that it's on HBO Max and you can watch it there. But yeah, episode 1 was so good because it kind of built up Jack as a character. You know, kind of explaining how Aku was the greatest evil that Jack's universe has ever known, and, you know, his father being able to slay him for, you know, in many eons. You know, they were living peacefully, but Aku returned and kind of fucked over my boy Jack's home turf, homeland, etc. Kind of destroyed it, you know, took his father, used his father as a work slave in the beginning and stuff. It was kind of crazy what, why the hell do I have that bar there? What the fuck? The weird bar. But I didn't have that black bar before. I don't know what that black bar is right there. I got a black bar, not on the stream, but in the stream right on it. I don't know why. Hope that's not copyright. But, yeah, so like I mentioned before, the first episode was building up Jack's character. We learned about his mom, his dad, you know, how they got, you know, turned into worker slaves due to Aku being a fucking menace. Alright? You know, that shit was happening, which I thought was wild. Jack having to, like, move away, get out of there and stuff, which I thought was also pretty wild that he had to get out of town, obviously. Had to protect. Brandon, welcome to stream. I like and sub. Edits Finef, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that, bro. Hello from Germany. Hello, Steve. How you doing? I don't know what's up with my comments right now. Oh, whoops. Some reason, stream just went a little crazy. I don't know why. Hey, yo, what's up, Lucas? How you doing? Nice hair, bro. You must be taking good care of it. And kind of. It's like here and there. Most of the time I really don't take care of my hair. It just looks really good in this hat, so I just kind of keep, you know, keep what I got. But anyways, Glitchman39, hi, how you doing? But yeah, but the first episode was building up Jack. We learned that, the magic sword, aka his enhanced blade, is the only thing that can actually slay and hurt Aku. And, you know, he has to train with multiple masters. We see him train multiple masters, multiple different pupil and everything. And I thought, you know, the first episode of Samurai Jack was actually kind of crazy, you know, just watching it. Because, in my childhood, you know, I've always known about Samurai Jack when I was growing up and stuff, but I never really like properly got into it. You know what I mean? I never watched on Adult Swim / Cartoon Network, since Adult Swim when I was young, you know, was all about having those shows like eight. It was like it was like either 7 or 8 o'clock. Adult Swim programs would start after Cartoon Network would have like literally the whole day, and then they would have all night when they get their shows and shit. So I never really got fully into Samurai Jack, but that opening, I remember that opening when I was little. I'll be home soon anyway because I had a shit day today. Dang, you had a shit day at school? Luffy, a nigga? I guess he is. I'm just kidding. In this live stream. But, yeah, Samurai Jack Episode 1, for me, I thought was really cool because, again, like I said, they're building up Jack and stuff. Episode 2, obviously, is the start of, like, you know, episode 2 was when Jack first landed into this new realm, the future, where Aku was the leader. Like, he took over the world. There was flying cars, flying vehicles, all that stuff. And I can't show too much footage of Jack because I don't want to get copyright striked and taken down for that. But I remember watching this episode, seeing the flying cars. It's kind of funny how a lot of people always said the future was going to be full of flying cars, technology was going to advance so much, yet we don't even have that natural reality. So I just love it when shows actually depict a future where there is flying cars everywhere, and that's the normal way to travel. But just seeing Jack land into this realm, this new world that Aku reigns supreme, like everyone around the world knows Aku is the leader of the entire world. There is no, you know, there is no like way of there's just no like peace. You know what I mean? There's peace somewhat, but like Aku just ran the whole world down to shit. And just, you know, my boy Jack just seeing that kind of trembles a little bit, and he's starting to think like, what the fuck, where am I at? Trying to know where he's at. It's kind of funny watching him like the whole second episode and stuff. And then, you know, him getting into the third episode kind of meets these dog people, which I will show you the thumbnails of each of these episodes. See, look at this. So this was the thumbnail for part 2, which in this episode, Jack helps the dog people that he found that also kind of aided Jack in letting him know that, this is a world where Aku kind of reigns supreme. And I kind of think it's funny that his name is Aku because before this show, you know, all I knew was an Aku from like Crash Bandicoot. So I was like, Aku? Oh, Aku, right? You're a dumbass idiot and you should know better, Alan. But, episode 3 was all about, you know, the dog people and Jack, you know, them talking with each other and learning, like, Jack learning about what the hell is going on and all that, and the dog people were explaining it to him, but also, because of that, what is it? You know, Aku sent his minions down to where they're at, and also the whole episode is also Jack helping the dog people defend their turf, defend their home, and also Jack seeing, what is it? Hold on. In each character, which I think you just meant, in each character you can name in One Piece, I will donate $1. Let me know if you're being serious. You serious? Because a lot of people tell me that and they're baiting. But, obviously we got the Strats. Maya, welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. How you doing? Hi, it's been a while. How you doing? I was gone because my college exam and the passing point was 5.6. I got a 5.5, so I failed that because I was gone. Sorry. Hey, you're all good, bro. College is fucking hard anyway. We got Luffy. We got Nami. We got Zoro. We got Usopp. We got Chopper. We got Brook. We got Frankie. We got Jinbei. Alright. Shit, that's already this many characters right here, bro. Where it at? Where it at? That's already this much, bro. Like this. Where it at, though, bro? I need to see. It's already this many characters are named, bro. I can still go, because I've been watching One Piece for, like, on and off, like, I think a decade. Bro, you'll donate $200 if I toe scream the One Piece? I don't know if I could do that, bro. what time is it? Let me think about what time it is real quick. Oh, it's like 12 in the morning. Bro, I don't like screaming for like no reason. You know, but what is it? We got fucking Big Mom, Kaido, Mihawk, aka Kuma. I know I fucked up a little bit, but we got Kuma. We got a lot of One Piece characters in here. I'm just trying to name them all. Or name a good chunk in my left hand. Hey, Sabo, come on. We got... Shit. Garp, Akainu, Sengoku, we got Kobe, we got Honepo, we got, shit, I think that's all I can name at the top of my head, but whatever, how many characters that is, just donate that much. But anyways, like I said, that's episode 3. Episode 4 was about these little blue people taking over Usopp. I already said Usopp, I think. But, I think I said Usopp. If I didn't, then fuck. Oh, well. But those are the characters I could name at the top of my head. The One Piece. The One Piece is real. Just imagine screaming that stupid shit as a meme. But anyways, as I was saying, we got, the little blue people. And these little blue people are basically fucking over these big old Willy people. And, you know, I honestly thought the Willy people were going to be bad guys and the blue guys were actually good guys. But after seeing what the blue people were doing in episode freaking 4, I kind of just sat there and was like, damn, dude, yo, these blue people are dickheads. Thank God I was wrong about the big, giant, big old dudes being the bad guys and the blue people being the good guys. Thank God I was wrong. But episode 4, for the most part, that shit was so good. One thing I can tell you about season 1 of Samurai Jack is each individual episode is kind of like its own story. So you're not going to be sitting there talking about the same story arc over and over and over again. I mean, obviously the big story arc, all this is going to be continued, but you can take each and every single one of these 13 episodes and divide them into their own stories, because they actually are, because they explain what Jack is doing in that area. Who is Jack trying to either save, or what is Jack trying to do? I just love how the show easily and fantastically does that with each and every single one of these episodes. I just want to tell you all that. But episode 4 was pretty dang good. I liked how the Woolies got their revenge on the blue people. That's pretty cool. I thought it was awesome. Episode 5 of Samurai Jack was the Spaceman. Jack was being chased down by these robot mantis, green, praying mantis looking motherfuckers. And what is it? Mans was getting chased, but then actually ran into these space people that were trying to get away from like Aku's tyranny and go to a different planet. But these space people were like, oh man, now we can't get away. And after Samurai Jack stopped the people, he obviously wanted to help out these space people get back home. So Jack, the episode, was learning how to put on a space suit and shit and fly around and all that stuff in space. And also, since they have a time machine, these space people, by the way, these space people are actually extremely intelligent, so they know how to do time travel and all that other sort of stuff. So Jack, and the goal Jack has is to try to get back to the past, stop Aku from, ever reigning this tyranny and the world to become what it is. That's Jack's entire goal, is to get back home, finish Aku, and just finish the job. Okay? And obviously, right? But then the space people were like, yeah, we can offer you space travel. You just got to help us out with our little issue, since, you kind of got us in this predicament with Aku's droids and all that stuff. You're figuring us out. And Jack was like, you know what? You're right. Let me help y'all out. So they got him in a spacesuit, and they said, you know what? This is doable with Jack on our side with that freaking blade. So Jack obviously swinging that blade in space and shit, being kind of cool. But what I respected Jack doing was saying fuck the opportunity to go back in time in the past by getting that airlock and screwing over all those space people. He instead saved the space people and said, you know what, I'll find another way back after saving them, because they, in the episode they said, hey, we're going to be going at light speed, and, once we hit light speed, you need to be in that escape pod so you can go back in time. You know what I mean? To your time period, to finish Aku and live a normal life, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But Jack said screw that and decided to help the space people by getting rid of the Aku's droids doing the super mega laser beam that was going to kill the spaceman if Jack didn't intervene with his magical enchanted blade, or slash katana, whatever you want to call it. But that was episode 5. And honestly, I respected Jack so much for doing that, but like that really could have been his ticket home, and it could have ended. Wait, isn't Jack the Samurai a 7-year-old show? At first, because it was aired on Cartoon Network, I think the first few seasons, yes, you can say that. But then I think, if I remember correctly, the show stopped, and the final season wasn't on Cartoon Network. I don't think actually, no, all the shit was aired on Adult. Well, it was on Cartoon Network, and then it went to Adult Swim. But you know, they say it's from Adult Swim from the jump. But anyways, I digress. But later seasons, if I remember correctly, they do get way bloodier. They do show a lot of that stuff. But anyways, let's get into episode 6. Episode 6, right? Oh man, episode 6 was crazy. Because, first of all, the music in episode 6, this shit popped off. I want to show you guys the music, but I also want to show you maybe a clip here or there of this episode, because my god. By the way, I loved episode 7's music. When they're running away from the bandits and stuff, you know, the music just hit so differently. Oh, whoops, that's not it. We gotta rewind a little bit further. They're talking right now, but I want to show you, like, the music. Oh my god, the music. And they set sail. Hut hut, you know, doing the hut hut stuff. And it ends, and then they do it again. But the reason why episode 7 is so sad, or 6 is so sad, for me anyway, was because this motherfucker. I don't know how Jack didn't realize right away, but this bitch green with a black attire. Who else is green in this show but also wears a black attire? Aku. So I don't know what I mean, to be honest, Jack has seen so much shit. Like, that's probably why he fell for it, but I would not have fallen for it. Because basically the whole gimmick of this episode was Jack was actually falling in love with Aku, actually, in this episode. And a lot of people are green in the future. I mean, that's true. But I'm just saying, who else wears the red attire kind of similar to Aku? Not a lot of characters, especially in Season 1. Because a lot of these characters that I'm seeing, a lot of the aliens and stuff, they wear completely different clothing. They don't rock the black and that type of green, right? So I knew right out from the jump that this girl was Aku. Especially the way, like, her blade was all black instead of actually being, like, an actual different colored blade. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of funny in episode 6 that my man Jack kind of fell for that bullshit that Aku placed on him, aka making him believe that this female companion was actually really cool and kind of baiting him, and he kind of liked her, and then Aku kind of showed himself that, hey, I'm not a girl, my nigga, you got baited. You know, and I'm like, bro, this man Jack really went through it, bro, in this episode. I really felt bad for Jack, bro. And then Jack was so mad near the end, like, Aku, your tricks won't work on me again. God damn. And I was like, I don't even blame him for getting mad, bro. Really, Aku really led this man the whole episode, bro, that he was cool. Oh man, dude, it was so bad. But all to destroy that green gem, that green gem that could give Jack an edge over Aku. You know, Aku would do anything to keep his power over Jack, of course. But that was episode 6. which was kind of crazy. I liked that episode. It was fun. But an actual really good episode surprised me was 7. Alright, I think it was either 7 or like 10. I'm thinking of 10 or 11. Actually, I am thinking of 11. But episode 7 was like Jack walking around and shit. We can play Minecraft tonight if you're down, homie. Maybe. Just maybe. I'm not sure. I already did one stream today, which was kind of a vlog. But usually I would limit myself to 2 streams and then some shorts. But maybe. Just maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But we'll see. But, yeah, in episode 7, it was like Jack's just, I think, being hunted. Let me look back through the footage. It's been a minute. I know, it hasn't been that long since I've seen it. But, like, I'm watching, like, so many episodes a day that I'm, like, either forgetting / remembering. But oh yeah, this episode also did kind of start with like a bar moment, but this episode was all about this castle, right? And Jack is trying to reach the castle, but he can't reach it without going in blindfolded. So it took him a while to figure that shit out. But which was cool how he got to the tower, you know, being blindfolded or using his other senses to dodge all the arrows and stuff. And basically he helped these 3 dudes that were under a curse, under a spell, and he used his magic blade inside that well to wish those guys his freedom, and he walked away, still on a quest for, you know, to end Aku, which, by the way, the well in episode 7 was cursed. You would get your wish, but it would come at a cost, a great cost, which is not worth it. So, if you have a small wish, then there's going to be a small cause, like a small little fuck up, but if you wish for something big, then there's going to be a big cost. You know what I mean? So that's why Jack decided, fuck, I didn't do this. I think episode 8 of Jack was my favorite. I say Jack episode 8 was my favorite because this episode was all about fighting your inner self, right? And I love this episode because Jack spends most of it, you know, I think he started in a bar, but I'm not sure how it actually started. I can't really remember. But all I remember is Jack getting really pissed off. Oh yeah, it does start with that. He starts at a bar. People are saying, yo, Google Plexi and Aku will spend that much to get rid of Jack. And Jack was fighting all these bounty hunters, and he was getting so sick and tired of it. By the way, thank you for the 7 likes. He was getting so tired of it that he was like, oh, who else wants a piece? And Aku was like, damn, I gotta find a way to get rid of this man. No one can fight his fighting style unless... So Aku used his dark evil magic to make an evil Jack. And Mad Jack, that's what they call him. Mad Jack was fighting Jack for that entire episode. And it took Jack a while, like our Jack a while, to figure out how to actually beat Mad Jack. And how to beat Mad Jack was to be at peace with himself. Be at peace with that anger he felt from previous episodes. Because if you guys remember, in previous episodes, you know, when he's in battle, he would get fucking angry and use a little bit of his anger to, like, you know, as fuel, as energy, to, like, kind of get the jobs done, like slashing and being more on guard and all that other sort of stuff. So, and also, it's also Jack's inner darkness. By the way, welcome by in the stream. I'm just talking about Samurai Jack Season 1, because Season 1 of Samurai Jack is just peak. I haven't started Season 2 yet, so that's why there's no video on that. I'm thinking of just making, like, 5 videos on each season, so we can just talk about that, get that rolling. But, again, I just love the fact how Jack really conquered his evil spirit, his evil side, with being at peace, being one with himself, saying, you are not above me. You are me, and I have to respect that side of me. Type shit on that energy. Because if you remember how Naruto conquered his evil side, if you remember that Naruto Shippuden episode, by giving him a hug, by understanding his pain, that's kind of, it's similar to what Jack did. But instead of, like, understanding Jack's pain, it was Jack kind of just doing something pretty similar. And that was pretty much the entirety of episode 8, which I thought was a banger. I honestly thought every single episode was a banger. There was not one episode where I looked away, I thought was cringe, I thought, like, or I cringed up to it, or, you know, there was a moment that made me think like that or feel like that. There was not a single moment that made me feel like that. That made me feel like saying, you know what? I'm done. You know, I'm done watching for today. I mean, I did have to take a break because there was so much Pete going on. Like, I loved every single episode so fucking much. But anyways, episode 9 was all about him trying to find this underwater evil Jack. Don't be such a fool. I am you, Jack. If you are me, then who am I? Yep. I remember that. That was one of the lines from Evil Jack, yeah. But episode 9 was all about Jack finding this underwater city, and when he did, they treat him nice, but it was a scandal because Aku set these alien niggas up. It was a hilarious response. It was hilarious. But, what is it? I think that also became memed, if I'm not mistaken. But, what is it? These alien people were scanned by Aku because they said if you capture Jack, Aku will replenish your islands to the surface worlds. And obviously, Aku said, not, and then, baited them into believing that they were actually going to do a good thing. But, which those alien people were nice people. They were just fooled by Aku's evilness. Since, Aku's evilness has a weird, wicked kind of way of getting within you and shit, right? But anyway, so as I was saying, right, that was pretty much the whole episode with that, was Aku baiting these green aliens into capturing Jack being nice and kind of capturing him and then blaming him about a time machine, wanting to go back to the past and finish Aku. And then Jack helps the aliens and stuff, and Aku says, bitch ass nigga, we're not done. I'm not done with you yet, but I will be back. I will be back for you, samurai. And as he goes away, the alien people thank Jack for getting rid of Aku and also kind of, I guess, bringing their land somewhat to the surface, and the aliens actually seeing the surface after eons of being trapped underwater. It was a cool episode, but Jack did say one thing as a gift. The aliens were like, hey, what do you want as a gift for our return, for you returning the kindness of getting rid of Aku away from us? Can I have some food to go? Because, I am hungry as shit, and Jack got that food, and I'm happy. He walked away happily with the food. Just walking away saying, my adventure continues still to try to find a way to get back to the past so I could beat Aku and finish the job. Because, hey, my nigga Jack was one move away from finishing the job, bro. One move from finishing the job, and yet he just couldn't get the job done due to, Aku plunging him into the future because he has abilities like that. Episode 10 was all about Jack walking into this forest, into this weird, mysterious land. And obviously Samurai Jack had to kind of fall for the trap, which he kind of went to a volcano and kind of just went like, I don't want to fall for this, but Aku's malice is here, so you know what? Let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can stop it. And pretty much, Jack for most of this episode was jumping around, going through traps, all that other sort of stuff. Then he landed into this magma volcano monster, and Jack was fighting it for a while, but then he said, nah, this fight is pointless. I don't have beef with you. I'm done. And then the rock dude was explaining his whole backstory and how Aku kind of fucked over him, his family, his village, and all that other sort of stuff. This is a good episode for a lot of reasons. This episode of Evil Jack gets to show us how to reflect us as a person. And we got to realize and accept that part of us and learn from it. It helps us grow. Exactly. That episode 8 was really good in that regard. But episode 10 is also really cool because, the rock monster was like, Jack, if you don't fight me, I can't go to Valhalla, and be granted a warrior's death. Aku, instead of giving me a warrior's death, he decided to have me suffer for all of eternity. And after Jack hearing his story, he was like, I will give you that fucking fight, my brother. I will honor your wish and give you a warrior's death. Because all warriors believe in going into Valhalla and stuff, once they die. Die a warrior's death. So Jack and the lava monster go into an amazing battle. What season are you? I'm at the beginning of season 2 right now. I'm just talking about my experience throughout all of season 1 and stuff. Right? So they had that magnificent battle. And Jack obviously won the battle at the end, but, it was a good one because that dude that was locked in that whole lava-ass attire murdered so many motherfuckers trying to get that warrior's death, trying to find someone that opposed him, but just as he about to give up, obviously Jack came along, finished the job, and Jack kind of felt bad, but, the warrior that was locked in Aku's little prism glass shit / magma monster thing, he was happy to be set free by Jack, which, by the way, he instantly died after, his Jack's blade, hit contact and stuff. He thanked them. The goddesses / the gods of Valhalla took the man's body, brought him up to Valhalla, and he obviously got the good ending. And Jack got the good ending by leaving the volcano in peace. Nothing was going to try to kill him anymore. And, he said another soul free. That was what episode 10 was about. And honestly, I thought that one was good too. Episode 11 was very different because it was Jack rolling on this freaking long bridge that only has a two-way path. And, as he was walking with his straw hat down, keeping all the attention for himself, not worrying about shit, he ran into this other guy, this big old dude that was playing a pipe of some kind. I don't want to assume, who he was, but, I don't remember his name, but he was another dude that was kind of like Jack. He was being followed by bounty hunters, but he was a really big dude. He was way bigger than Jack. He was beefed up, bro. And Jack was hearing his music and shit, and he was like, what is that loud sound and stuff, as he was playing the pipe, getting closer to Jack, and then they got confronted. Jack was like, hey, can you kindly move out of the way? And then other dude was like, what is that? You're trying to insult me? And he kind of, I don't know, other dude kind of instigated Jack, if I remember correctly. He instigated him so bad that they kind of started fighting. And after a while, Jack was like, hey, yo, why is your blade not breaking? My shit's enchanted. It can slay Aku. What the hell's your shit? And he's like, oh, you think you're special? My blade's also enchanted with rune magic. So that's why your blade isn't breaking through my shit so easily. So then they had a fucking long ass fight. They both tired each other out. And Jack and him, were arguing kind of back and forth, talking about, they're both warriors, so it makes sense. And Big Dude was like, you know what? I'll give you a minute to freaking recuperate. And they're talking shit. You can't even lift your sword. And he was like, big talk. You can't even lift yours either. But then, they were getting caught by the bounty hunters, chained to each other's arms, were chained to each other and shit. And the whole episode was great because it was like Jack and him, were very similar, had similar, not a similar fighting style, because obviously one's a samurai and one's just a dude that swings a shit. They're both really skilled swordsmen, right? So of course they didn't get along. They had two different personalities, but obviously through circumstances they got around. Some fates are worse than death. It's a reflection of past wars, like the samurai history. You gotta honor your opponent, even death. Not giving a warrior's death is an offense. Yeah, exactly. Scottish man. Yeah, he's a Scottish man. And I remember throughout the whole episode, after being chained, Jack and him were kind of ripping on each other a little bit. But then after a while, they had some teamwork going on. And I honestly thought their teamwork was really cool. And just Jack having a parallel in the future that is kind of like him, was really cool to see, because I didn't think even in the future, hundreds upon hundreds of years from when, from the past, I didn't think anyone was going to be like Jack, other than obviously evil Jack, from Aku's magic. But that was Aku's magic conjuring him up, not an actual different person that was kind of similar to him in some way, having a big sword that's magical and stuff, and also being a man, and also, shit like that. It was a fun episode to watch the Scottish. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun episode to watch because of the new guy, him being kind of a different personality than Jack, but also kind of them having to bro up real quick because they need to get rid of these fucking chains, but also even after when the chains broke, team up and just finish all the bounty hunters off, which was so awesome. I loved it. I love how simple these episodes are to get into and watch all the way through. There's not a complicated plot going on and multiple different plot points. It's A, B, but C. You know what I mean? A, B, and then the ending plot, which would probably be C. You know what I mean? So it's always great to watch that shit. But after they finished all the bounty hunters, they insisted on getting each other a drink. And that was kind of a funny ending because none of them would resist wanting to give each other a drink, which they didn't really give us an ending like on the next episode, which was 12. 12 just kind of started being its own unique, different thing. Which 12 was a great episode too, which I want to get into. It's Jack being a mafia and a part of a mafia gang. And there was this other crystal. There was a blue crystal he had to grab in order to also stop Aku. But there was this wind, fire, and earth elemental being that was able to protect the jewel, the blue jewel. And I thought this episode was great because not only, Jack didn't want to join the mafia, but he joined because he wanted to deceive the mafia gang into getting a chance to see Aku. Samurai Jack, it's Samurai Jack. Hey, what's up, Ambu? Welcome to stream, man. Welcome to stream. But I thought it was really cool that Samurai Jack, like, I was excited too because I was like, so wait. Samurai Jack was in a building. He was slaying all the robot dudes trying to murk them. But then the mafia said, hey, yo, you want to join us? We do this sort of type of business. And Jack was like, you do crime? Fuck you. I don't want to join you. Hey, wait a minute. But we actually do some business with Aku. We do some great business with Aku. And Jack was like, wait a minute. You do business with Aku? Do you see him in person? Yeah, we see Aku in person, you just gotta help us do this job, you know what I mean? So we can impress the boss, and see the man Aku, you know what I'm saying? And then Jack was like, alright, I'll join your gang, you know what I mean? But they didn't know that Jack was truly deceiving them so he can get another chance at Aku. So the whole episode is based on getting that blue gem. Is gotta get back. Samurai Jack, it's Samurai Jack. Gotta get back. Back to the past, it's Samurai Jack. Yeah, I know it's what it is, but that's how people sing it wrong, because honestly, that's how I was singing it. Even I back then was singing it wrong, you know what I mean? I wasn't singing it right, shit. But, anyways. Yeah, this episode was about them getting a blue gem, which that blue gem was crazy. It also kind of did what the green gem did. But, what is it? So, after Jack fought the fire, the earth, and the wind elemental beings, he got the blue gem out of there. The mafia boss man, nobody knew the words. Nobody knew the words, bro. Nobody knew. But it was just so cool to say Samurai Jack, over and over again. But like I said, after they got the blue gem to Aku, and by the way, I'm shorting this a lot because there's a lot of episodes I want to get through. Well, I have one more, which the last one was hilarious. But anyways, so after they gave the blue gem to Aku, Jack just fucking went flying saying, Aku! Jackie? Jack? That's right, Aku. And your ass is finished. And he was going in there slaying Aku. And it's crazy, but Jack actually had the skills to murk this man. Samurai Jack. I can sort of do it, but not for a long period of time. But anyways, this man Jack was close to beating Aku again in this episode. He was one hit, but the Mafias were like, hey, yo, this man ain't gonna beat him, so they got hit him in the back of the head. I was so pissed. I was like, yo, this man's about to go back to the past. He's about to finish Aku and undo the evils. You know what I mean? He was about to finish this man. He was gonna finish him, but the Mafia boss dickheads fucking didn't give Jack that opportunity. I was so mad. Dude. I was like, fuck, I was mad. In my head, I was mad. I didn't show it, like, expressively because I was in party with Chris and Ambu. They were playing Dragon Ball FighterZ at this time, so that's why I didn't want to be like, fuck, at the top of my lungs or something. And it was like 8, 9 in the morning. I didn't want to do that shit, you know what I mean? So, that's why I didn't do that, so, but anyways, I was so mad. But anyways, that image, the image that I sent you guys of the porridge, from episode 13, which I'll show the images off, the pictures, because I sent them to the boys, the homies, because I thought those pictures were hilarious. But anyways, Jack was like, hey, do you still have the blue gem? I gotta return this. And the Mafia boss has kind of tricked Jack, too. And, also Jack kind of apologized for receiving the Mafia boss after that. And he was gonna explain his whole story, like, I'm from the past, and I'm trying to slay Aku so I can undo everything, he did. But Jack said, forget telling these guys the story. Not every single nigga needs to know my story, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, the Mafia bosses kind of tricked Jack into returning it, but instead they depleted all the water in the land in that area, and they are trying to make a business out of water, out of drinking water. So they used that jewel to make infinite clean water. And that was the end of the episode, which I was like, damn, Jack got baited into giving the blue gem to them so they can make, have infinite money, so they can have a new water thing going on for them. That was episode 12, not 13. Episode 13 was nothing that I was expecting. I was expecting another episode of Jack doing cool shit. That's what I was expecting, but no. It was these little kids playing as Aku versus Jack, the samurai. All the kids in the group wanted to be Jack, and the one kid, because his hair looked similar to Aku's, he had to play Aku. And they were all beating his ass and kind of jumping him. And Aku, since he can see all of the world, he was like, these kids need to be taught a lesson. Aku is peeking, not Samurai Jack, bitch ass. So he decided to go over. I like the episode of Evil Jack where they both start doing the war cry left and right. Yeah, that was awesome. What is it? Like I said, Aku said, you know what? Instead of destroying this next generation of people that are going to be my slaves, let me tell them stories that'll make myself look good. Which the idiot Aku that he is, he's funny, he's an idiot in this episode. He decides to tell stories but kind of fabricate them into his favor, making himself the hero to make the kids kind of believe that Aku is a good person. You know, and obviously the kids were having none of that. Obviously they did get scared here and there, but obviously they weren't falling for it. They were like, Jack's a hero, Jack's a cool ass motherfucking dude. So then they started making stories up about Jack after Aku made up these stories, but I also kind of want to show you these funny images from episode 13. It was still when Aku was telling the tales and stuff. But I want to show you these funny ass pictures because I was like, yo, these are profile picture worthy, bro. This was when Aku was telling the story of the Jack and the Three Bears. By the way, this episode was also a parody of like Little Red Riding Hood. Obviously the Three Little Bears. And I think they were going to do fairy tales, but they said that was too simple or whatever. I can't remember too much, but these are the images I want to show off of like how Aku depicts Jack being this evil-ass motherfucker, which is kind of funny. I don't know, I took these 3 pictures because I thought they would be funny as profile pictures or little emojis or memes. There is no reason behind why Aku is evil. He is just a villain. He doesn't care about nothing. He loves doing it. Yeah, exactly. Aku is just evil to be evil. You know what I'm saying? Which is true. But yeah, that was pretty much episode 13. Like, the first half was Aku telling stories about how he's the cool person, now he's the hero. But then the kids were like, in the later half, they're like, nah, Jack's the hero, and let's make him fight Aku, because Aku versus Jack is badass. It's cool. You know, and these little kids are also kind of giving us how we think of Jack versus Aku would be so cool, and they're making their own scenes up and their own little stories. And that was like the whole episode of, like the whole 13th episode, which I thought was also really cool. You know, it being completely different from episode 12 and all the other episodes in this batch of episodes. I thought it was cool. Very different, cool, and I love the references to Little Red, some other fairy tale stories, and obviously, you know, the Three Little Bears. Whew, that was 43 minutes of talking, which, about a lot of stuff that happened. But anyways, that was like all 13 episodes, and I'm gonna be honest, I loved this show so much that I benched the first, like, 7 episodes in one day. Because I was just immediately in love with Samurai Jack Season 1. I just loved it all the way through. From first episode, I was hooked, bro. And let me tell you guys, I don't watch too much shows these days, like actual cartoons. I do watch movies every now and again, obviously, like I mentioned before with my dad and stuff, you know, a few months back. But, like, I don't watch a lot of shit anymore, you know what I mean? So, actually, you know, getting interested in something and, like, watching it, it's kind of a rarity for me. Because you guys know I'm playing, like, tons of freaking video games, making videos on video games, or talking about my life and what's going on today, or something. You know what I mean? I'm doing something. I'm not, like, actually watching, like, television. You know, I'm watching... YouTube is practically my television. Y'all know that. I watch just YouTubers half the day or a good chunk of the day, whatever I want to see on the screen. I'll watch that, or I'll do videos or something like that, right? That's what I will go and decide to do. But just sitting here watching Samurai Jack, I have not been so hooked, bro. I was sitting here watching Samurai Jack Season 1 for the first day. I was watching it for over 4 to 5 hours straight, bro. Just watching Samurai Jack, bro. Or like about like 2, 3, 4 hours just watching and watching Samurai Jack, man. I think I watched 8 to 9 episodes all in one day, dude, before I said, you know what, I'm going to take a break. And then tomorrow I'm going to watch 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, bro. You should bring Ben 10 a regular show. I actually did make a Ben 10 video on Eon back where I was talking about all the shows with Chris and Lucas and my brother Lubin. We were talking about our favorite moments from each of the shows and shit. Just big old my experience on that show. It's actually a pretty good video. You should go watch it. It's pretty old though. It's about a few months old. But that was like my opinion on Samurai Jack Season 1. I loved every second of it. There was not a single episode I disliked or liked one more than another one. They were all just so good. And again, I love how each and every single story is compacted in that one episode. And, you know, Chris was also telling me before, but I think I just forgot Chris told me. Because I forget a lot of things as well. Like, I forget I even make my... I forget I even have certain videos on the channel sometimes. So I forget a lot, too. But I forgot, like, that, you know, Chris was telling me, like, a month when he had HBO Max and stuff, that Samurai Jack's a really good show. You should watch it, Alan. And I didn't really watch it until just now, you know? Because I just said fuck it one day. Literally, I said fuck it. Let me just watch Samurai Jack. Let me watch something new. Let me get something new in my repertoire. That's not even a video game. Let me watch some new cartoon. Let me watch a show. And I said Samurai Jack, freaking bench 7 episodes. And I said, you know what? Let's make a freaking video on Season 1. Let's just make a stream. Let's just talk about it. Because I wanted to give this show a chance, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm going to definitely try to find regular show. I'm going to bench that too. I'm going to bench regular show, get it up as a video on the channel, bro. So I'm going to bench all of regular show, depending on how many seasons that. It probably has like 6, 7 seasons, but we'll see. I just gotta keep going with the Samurai Jack shit. Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. I'm going to be watching this in between, like, watching the Rocky movies and all that really good shit. Sorry, I thought I heard something that was fucking up my focus. But anyways, that's it for my experience with Samurai Jack. It is a fucking fantastic show, and I hope it keeps up this streak of being fantastic. I hope it keeps up this energy of being peak. You know, the opening is peak, every episode is peak. Just seeing Jack do fucking cool things, it was awesome. Just plain fucking awesome. Samurai Jack Season 2, hold on, bro. Let me look at this. Dude, look at this. 14's already looking pretty peak with Aku in this weird magic jar looking thing. Season 2's about to be peaking, bro. I swear to God, bro. It's about to be peaking in this bitch. Season 2's about to be peaking Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack's a peak show. Go check it out. Thank you for 8 likes, people. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace out, man. Boop, boop. I don't know why I did that, but... Man, Samurai